Hey guys, how we going? Today we're going to be doing a review on the exciting round of NRL once again, with round 5 of the competition beginning on Thursday night. So I'm going to go onto the NRL website and we're going to just go through every game, and I hope you guys enjoy this. And this is my tips for round 5 of the NRL. It all starts on Thursday night. It is the Knights favourites $1.80 to Manly $2. This game is at Newcastle's home stadium. I think Newcastle have a great home stadium there. Now Manly are a consistent side with or without Tom Trbojevic. Now, yes, Tom Trbojevic is not playing. Maybe that's why Knights are favourites, and I think, oh yeah, maybe they'll just beat Manly. But then again, Knights could smash Manly. It's a tough one to pick. And after I do each game, I'm gonna say my top 3 players that I think will be the best on ground in the game. So for me, I reckon Manly will go really well. Enough to win. I don't think they'll win big though. I do see Knights coming out and trying to pile on the points after last week, having not scored even one try out of the whole game. And with big players, coming back for the Knights, like Texoi, Kalimpong. Let me just check this for a second. Yeah, Kalimpong. And where is he? Yeah, I think Texoi is on. Yeah, Texoi reserve. So those should be back. This one, I'm going Manly in a rough battle, 1-12. And I can't wait to see this game. It's going to be absolute crack of a game. You can watch that on 9K on Foxtel. So if you're not doing anything, or if you're looking for something to watch the Manly game. Kicks off 7:50 on Thursday night. It's the Manly Seagulls and the Newcastle Knights. Let's go. Top 40 players on ground. I go with home side first. Number 1, I like Kalen Ponga. Number 2, we'll go Aaron Tuala. And number 3, we'll go Jake Clifford. For Manly, I would have had Tom Trbojevic in this top 3, but unfortunately he's not going to be there. So I'm going to go with number 1. I like Daly Cherry Evans. The last few weeks he's been really stepping up for Manly and putting on a show. Number 2, go Ruben Garrick. He's had some nice moments in defence and attack. Number 3, we'll go with Morgan Harper. I think he's been solid for Manly. Really up. The double header sees the Warriors take on the Cowboys. Now the Cowboys are $1.90. Warriors are $1.90. It's at Moreton Daly Stadium, Redcliffe. It's the 6 o'clock first game. I think that, all things considered, both sides will be really looking to win this. Who do I see on top? I'm probably leaning towards the Cowboys. They look a bit more stronger to me of a side. Warriors, if they play as good as they did last week, I think there could be a possibility of winning this game. But whether they got enough points to win it, I don't think in this one. I'm not hating Warriors. I love Warriors. Great team, doing some great things. They're in 7th position at the moment on the ladder. So not too bad, all things considered. Their players are doing a terrific job. But I reckon Cowboys, and I'm going to go with the Cowboys, a 13+ margin for them to win. Unfortunately, Warriors, I can't see you winning this. In saying that, I do see them getting at least 10 or more points in this game. But at the end of the day, I think Cowboys and Cowboys 13 plus. Three players I like for the, we'll start with Warriors. Number 1, go with Reece Walsh. Number 2, Marcelo Montoya. And number 3, we'll go with Chanel Harris-Tavita. I could have put Sean Johnson for 3, but yeah, it's a tough one between Marcelo, Chanel, and Sean. Top 3 for Cowboys. We'll go number 1, Murray Talangi. Number 2, we'll go with their captain, Chad Townsend. And number 3, we'll go with Valentine Holmes. Then we got a bit of a rivalry game. The Broncos 450 and up there at Suncorp Stadium at their home ground against the Sydney Roosters at $1.20. That's at 7:55, the final game on Friday. You can watch that on 9K on Fox. For this game, I haven't been too impressed with Broncos. Broncos are a great side. I used to love them a lot, but they've been really falling off. I don't know what. They're very similar to my team, the Dragons. They've been very collapsed recently. Roosters, on the other hand, they started the season pretty poorly, but then they hit back, so it was good to see them hit back. And I think in this game they'll be really keen to win it. So with a poor Broncos side, they're underperforming at the moment. I still think they'll try and win this, but will they? In my opinion, no. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna back the Roosters, and Roosters at a 13 plus margin. So yeah, make sure you watch that one, guys. That'll be a great game. Top 3 players, we'll go with Broncos side. Number 1, I'll go with let's see. Number 1, we'll go with Herbie Farmworth. Number 2, we'll go with Tony Staggs. And number 1, we'll go with their captain, Adam Reynolds. For the Roosters, we'll go 3 to 1 up best. Number 3, we'll go with Luke Keary. Number 2, we'll go with Satili Tupanua. And number 1, we'll go with Sam Walker. I think he's been great. Great guy. Now, Super Saturday. Super Saturday sees 3 games. It sees this Storm take on the Raiders. Now, Raiders, this is a McDonald's Park, Wagga Wagga, 3 o'clock on Saturday. $1.25 Storm. Raiders $4. Look, this one could go Raiders' way. It really could. I mean, they haven't been too impressive, especially last week against Manly. I don't feel they tried as hard in defence and attack, and they've got some depth to try and improve on if they want to, especially in this game, if they want to beat the Storm. But in this instance, I'm gonna have to go with the Storm. I think they're too strong. I could see this game becoming like last week against the Bulldogs, or possibly a close game where Storm just are on top, or Raiders are just on top. But I'm going to go with the Storm, and Storm to win 1 to 12. 3 players on ground for the Raiders. Number 1, I'm going to go with Charleston Clockstad. Number 2, I'm going to go with Sammy Velamai. And number 1, I'm going to go with, actually no. Freddie Giles and Clockstad. Number 2, I'm going to go with Brad Snyder. And number 1, Jack Whiten. Love Jack Whiten and Brad Snyder. They've been doing great work for the Raiders. 3 players from Melbourne Storm. Number 3, we'll go with Jerome Hughes. Number 2, we'll go with Remus Smith. And number 1, the man who scored 4 tries last week, Ryan Papenhuyzen. Now, this game, next game is the Rabbitohs take on my team, the Dragons, 5:30. It's at Accor Stadium, Sydney. Rabbitohs are $1.30, Dragons are $3.50. Now, after last week's performance, when Dragons got smashed by Eels, I think that we didn't try as hard, and some positions that I felt like, especially for Mbai and Jack Bird, I think that their spots didn't suit 5'8" fullback, and I think there's some players on that field that just aren't trying as hard. We're dropping the ball a lot. We need a huge improvement, and hopefully this is the game where we can prove to our fans that we can beat a top side like the Rabbitohs, by putting in that effort and by really sticking to our guns to win. In this one, I want to tip the Rabbitohs, but then I could say Rabbitohs and Dragons win. So I'm gonna go with Dragons, not confidently, but I will go with Dragons only because they're looking for a big game. They're looking for a big statement. They're chasing that wooden spoon last position on the ladder. I think if they can beat the Rabbitohs, which they can, it'll be really good. So I'm gonna go Dragons, and I'm gonna go the Dragons 1-12. And top 3 players on ground. By the way, I'm thinking of going to this game. I'm not sure if I'll go yet, but I'm thinking of top 3 players. I like Alex Johnson. Number 3, number 2, I'll go with Cody Walker, and number one, where is he? Cameron Murray. Cameron Murray is actually on the. Oh no, he's playing here. Okay, number 3 for the Dragons, we'll go with Zach Lomax. Number 2, I really like Matthew Figa. I think he's been great. And number 1, their captain, Ben Hunt. The final game on Super Saturday is the Titans and the Eels. Titans, $3. Eels, $1.39. It's at the Gold Coast Stadium. 7:30. For this game, Titans fans really want them to win after being in poor form recently. Not all the time, but recently been bad form. And the Eels looking in a terrific state. The Titans putting in the battle, I see them coming across as very desperate for a win. Will they get that? I'm not going to tip them. That's no hate. Like at home, they'll be looking to win a game, and win it well against Para, especially after Para's most recent win against Dragons. I see Parramatta winning, not Eels, and I say that 13+ margin, and that'll be a really entertaining game there. 3 players for the Titans I like will be number 3, Greg Marzoo. Number 2, we'll go with Jermaine Osako, and number 1 we'll go with Philip Sami. 3 players for the Eels that I've seen improve. Number 3 we'll go Dylan Brown. Number 2, Mitchell Moses, and actually no, number 2, Wade Marnie, and Tom Alpencheck, sorry. Number 1, Mitchell Moses. The final 2 games are the Sharks taking on the Tigers, and I'm really shocked at this, and I'm not surprised. But Tigers are $7 massive dollars to Sharks $1.10 at PointsBet Stadium in the Cronulla area. For this game, I think of Tigers, and I think of they're really due for a win. They've been down recently. Games just haven't been going their way. Partly not their fault, like, but Sharks, based on their form, they're a powerhouse at the moment. I see them going far, and for this game, I think Sharks will be too good. Sorry to say that, Tigers fans, but it's just, yeah, you haven't won a game in a while, and some really worrying signs. I reckon you'll have games to win coming up soon, but if it's if not this one, like against Sharks at home, you won't put in enough points to beat them. They're gonna send that case. I'm going Sharks 13 plus. No hate on the Tigers. I wish them the best of luck. I will be always watching the Tigers throughout the rest of the season and seeing what I think needs to improve for them. Any position changes, players need to be dropped, players need to come into the team. But yeah, if you want to take Tigers at juicy odds of $7, do it. But Sharks are going to be too good. Quickly, top 3 players on ground for the home side. Number 3, I'm going to go with Ronaldo Molitalo. Number 2, I'm going to go with Sione Katoa. And number 1, we'll go with Nicholas Hines. 3 players if I had to choose for the Tigers. Number 3, I'll go with Ken Mamalo. Number 2, we'll go with David Norfoluma. And number 1, we'll go with Luke Brooks. The last game here, Bulldogs take on the Panthers. Bulldogs are also at that $7 quota. 6:15 will be the last game of the round. It's at Combank Stadium, Parramatta. And Panthers are $1.10. Look, we've seen it before. The Dogs put in a fight, and against Manly, and we've seen them really go up and down hill roller coaster. They've got talent there, but for some reason it's not showing. Whereas if you look at the Panthers, it shows for them. Their players shine. So due to a lapse in defence and concentration in attack, I can't fault the Panthers. And for the margin, I'm doing 13 plus, and I want to say a score too, because this will really test the Bulldogs to where they're at, because they haven't won many games. I don't know how much they've lost, but I think they've lost a lot this season, even though it's only been 5 rounds. So I'm going to go the Panthers, and I reckon the Panthers will win 54 to... Bulldogs can snake something in. Let's go Bulldogs 12. 54-12, boys. You've heard it here first. And we'll go top 3 players on ground. For the Bulldogs, we've got number 3, Josh Adokar. Number 2, even though he can be a bit off, I'll go Carl Flanagan. And number 1, I'll go with Matt Duffy. For 3 outstanding players for the Panthers would be Isaac Tago at number 3. Sorry. Stephen Crichton, number 3. Number 2, Isaac Tago. And number 1, Nathan Cleary. It's a tough top 3 to pick for Panthers, but there's a lot you can choose from. But that's it. So that's the review, guys. Just gonna head off now and upload it to YouTube channel. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll try and do some more reviews in the future. And on that note, I'll see you guys later. Enjoy round 5, boys.